Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CC Productions. NFL Week 11 is here, and although the board might not be the most intriguing matchup-wise, I think this is still a good board that we can find some holes in, make some bets, and make some cash. And hey, it's the NFL, so it's going to be a great Sunday sitting down, watching those games, and then obviously the huge matchup Monday night between the Chiefs and the Eagles. We'll touch on that one as well. So should be an action-packed weekend. I'm sure we'll see some upsets and some games that make it to the witching hour and make it super interesting. So let's get right into my best bets for the week. I'm going to be giving you 5 of them here, give you some analysis on them. Let's get into it. First up, I got Bears +8 on the road at the Lions. The Bears are actually 3-3 in their last 6. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm wearing a Bears sweatshirt. I'm obviously a little biased, but they're 3-3 in the last 6. Their defenses are playing much better. They're actually first in rush defense in the last 5 weeks. So they're starting to play a lot better football. And they're going in to play Detroit. And I think Detroit's going to win this game, but 8 is just too many points for me. Justin Fields is coming back in this one as well. So if he can get that offense rolling a little bit, I think Detroit wins it, but 8 is just too much. I'm taking the Bears +8 here. Next up, Cardinals, Texans over 48. First off, I just got to say, this just feels like a game that's going to go over. Like genuinely, just in my heart, it just feels like a game that's going to go over. But you take a look into it, the Texans have gone over 30 points in their last 2 games, so they're scoring well on offense. Obviously, CJ Stroud's getting going. People put him in the MVP conversation. I think we can reel back a little bit. Guys playing great football, but let's see if we can continue it. And then the Cardinals, they've got Kyler Murray come back. There was not much rust there. He looked fantastic. I don't know about fantastic. He looked good when he came back. Wasn't rusty whatsoever. I was expecting it to be a lot worse. They were able to put up 25 points in that game. So I don't think either of these defenses are anything too spectacular, and these offenses are rolling. And I think we might be getting it at a little bit lower of a line because the Cardinals, they've only had 1 game back with Kyler, but I think he'll play well against the Texans and get this over 48. And hopefully CJ Stroud keeps balling out because I do love watching him ball out. Next up, Jets versus Bills. I'm going to take the Jets +7. I can't believe they're +7 on this. Josh Allen in his career versus the Jets is terrible. He has 9 touchdowns to 10 interceptions through 10 games. The Jets have always been able to just dominate Josh Allen. And then not to mention the Jets defense, very, very good, playing super well right now, and the Bills offense is sliding. They had 5 turnovers in that game against the Broncos. They were trying everything they could to lose, and they did. So now they're already turning the ball over. It's like it's their job, and they're going up against a Jets defense who forces a lot of takeaways. I'm taking the Jets +7. I think this one's going to be gross. I think it's going to be low scoring. I think the over-under is at 39. Honestly, I might take the under on that as well, just because don't see Zach Wilson putting up a ton of points, and I don't think this is a bounce-back game for the Bills. So I'm taking Jets +7 as my pick here. Speaking of last week's foe of the Bills, the Broncos, I'm taking them -2.5 on Sunday Night Football. They're taking on the Vikings, and I think this Josh Dobbs magical story comes to an end here a little bit. I think in prime time, he's going up against a Denver Broncos defense that's been playing much better football than at the start of the season. It was like obviously the big joke, they gave up 70 points and their defense was terrible. They're actually starting to get going a little bit over there in Denver. They're in the hunt. They're looking for, trying to get some playoff spots. All of a sudden, they're making a push here. So I actually think Denver's playing really good football. They're going to be at home for this one. Russell Wilson has actually been playing pretty well lately too. And I just think Josh Dobbs, I don't think he'll play terribly, but I just don't think he'll be able to do enough to get them the win in that game. So that's why I'm going to be taking the Broncos at home -2.5 there. Lastly, Eagles and Chiefs. This game is going to bug the heck out of me because it's all they've been talking about for the last week. Literally, we had a great Thursday night matchup between the Bengals and the Ravens, but literally I was watching ESPN on Wednesday, and all they're talking about is Monday Night Football for next week. I'm like, all right, guys, come on. But that being said, I am very excited for this game. From a football perspective, the Eagles and the Chiefs, this is going to be awesome to see. Really hope it's going to be a great game. My pick here, I'm taking Travis Kelce anytime touchdown. Duh. I'm surprised this line isn't at -500. It's at -110 right now. If you don't think the Chiefs and the NFL are going to try to do everything they can to get Travis Kelce in that end zone, because I guarantee Taylor Swift will be up in the box and that'll get shoved down her throat, the entire time, just, shots of her cheering on or whatever with Patrick Mahomes, his wife, and all that stuff. So trust me, they're going to do everything they can. It's the Kelce Bowl, Monday Night Football, Super Bowl rematch. So all this stuff, it's lining up to have Travis Kelce for sure in the end zone. So definitely take that one. It's pretty much free money at -110. I was, like I said, surprised it wasn't -500. So that's my pick for that one. It'll be fun watching them get in the end zone. And then once that's over, I'll be able to enjoy the heck out of that football game. So should be a fun one on Monday night for sure. That'll do it for me. Let me know if you guys are going to be tailing, if you're going to be fading my picks. Leave a pick in the comments if you want to drop one as well from me. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed. Also hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my content, and I will see you next time.